Hi, my name is Surgeon. Welcome to Psychotaph, a horror game available on itch.io, brought to you by Gore Phaser, and that's what was it? Phaser with a Z, not an S. I actually don't know any other way that you'd spell phaser. Holy cow, sensitivity. So, the description isn't super involved. When I click on it on the itch.io page, Psycho from ancient Greek, Soul, Taff from ancient Greek, Tomb, Soul Tomb, so we're playing Soul Tomb. Oh, what is that? It's got some Unreal Gold kind of vibes to it, in my opinion. Acquired Liber Atrocitus. Liber Atrocitus, okay. What is that demon? Oh, my ears. Oh, okay. You do not see my horns. You are not worthy. Why would I want to be worthy of you? You're a demon. Acquired trash. Because everybody wants trash. Trash. Oh my god, this is really... Oh, hello. I'm here now. Now this is really sensitive, so I'm gonna have to make sure that I don't over do this, because that's gonna be if it happens too much it'd be like bleh, bleh. I'm not one for motion sickness, but it definitely detracts from my experience in the game. Oh, down and down we go, round and round we go. I wonder if trash is gonna be valuable. So is there an inventory? No, there's not. There's no crouch. There is a jump. I'm just mashing buttons right now. Yeah, there's not... Oh, inventory. I for inventory. Okay, wow, look at that. Look at that UI. That's pretty darn cool. I like that. This is old-timey type anatomical drawing. I got trash, miscellaneous refuse, the de facto currency of Parasite City and the surrounding regions. Really? Derangement. Liber Atrocitus, a dread tomb from beyond the stars. Let's read it. Oh wow. Kind of Cthulhian, but not quite. It's more like old magic kind of things. It's not like Cthulhian. Anything from the Cthulhu universe, the Lovecraftian universe, would be a little bit more elegant, I feel, in terms of writing. This is a bit more rough and harsh. So I would find this to be like ancient grimoire tomb kind of stuff. Oh, I need to pull up my inventory again. We didn't get done reading the rest of that. Very nice art, though. I like this. This adds a little something to it. Like, there's these symbols, there's these shapes and stuff that you're trying to figure out. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4. No, there's a lot more. Okay. Sermonize for the pious, whisper for the contrite, weep for the melancholy, scream for the demented, prophecy for the hubristic. You don't know what hubris is? It's like pride. Alright, let's go in here. Hello, Trashmonger! Oh wow, that's loud. Oh wow, that's loud. Hold on, hold on. Okay, we have adjusted the volume down. It's very loud to me. Actually, it's loud in my earballs. Hold on. Alright, we are back. We had to turn this down. I was not expecting it to be as loud as it was. Hopefully you all can still hear some of the other actions, but the background music is a little imbalanced. It's very loud in comparison to everything else. My voice was about to be drowned out. Oh my god, there's a hole. Do I want to go down the hole? I don't want to get in that hole. Hello, how are you? Thanatonaut. 5071. Stay away from my hole! That's what she said. Okay, alright, that's enough of that. Hello. Your body lacks nails. Nails required to... You have to nail this thing? Why? But why? I want to know. Yeah, this is very reminiscent of the Unreal Gold game from back in the day, late 90s, in terms of graphics, and I really like this kind of nostalgia. How are you? Pedlar Whaley. Vinegar! Holy Chrism from the High Temple itself. Save yourself a trip to Parasite City. 1 pill equals 1 trash. 1 horse vinegar equals 2 trash. 1 nail equals 1 meat. I'm gonna save my trash right now. These are very interesting people. They've got like cloven hooves. Hard to tell. I do like that it's 2D because it kind of gives a certain vibe, you know? Of course, you got the 3D corpse over here, but these guys give you like a certain vibe. Maybe they're 4D creatures that show up as 2D but are actually 4D, if you get what I mean. The Natanaut 8106. Welcome to the Psychotaph. Here's a little gift for you. Acquired a nail. When a person dies, he enters the dream, the wellspring of consciousness. Physically speaking, it is a singularity, but each individual's experience of it is unique. Commune with the remains interred here. Become intimate with their personal deaths. You will find yourself much enriched. Interesting. Okay, what's through this door here? More trash. I do like the textures. I like the lighting. That sensitivity, though. I don't have anything in terms of light. At least it's light enough that we can kind of see. I mean, the candles are a nice touch, but the rest of it's pretty dark and hidden in shadows. So I take it that we've died, and we're now, quote-unquote, dreaming. What is this? What is that? Look at you in the light. You look like an eyeball with a really big hood. The Natanaut. Oh, it's the Natanaut. 4171. Only twisting eyes see truth. She guards her own pulchritude zealously. I think I pronounced that right. Pulchritude? Pulchritude. I want to say pulchritude. Most interesting. Left or right? Left or right? Either which way it goes down. We're going to go on the right side. We're going to check out right first. Maybe it goes to the same place. Probably goes to the same place. I don't know. What an interesting maze. This would be very surreal to wake up in. I would be a little bit worried, especially with these Thanatonauts. Meat. I have the meat. The Natanaut 5696. I've hired 5 stonemasons, a carpenter, and a cosmologist to build me a dead body. I cannot become mortal if there is no dead body for me to become when I die. In other words, I need the dead body in order to enter materiality. So we're just a whole bunch of entities right now, aren't we? That's what that is. Oh my god, the sensitivity. I would turn down the look sensitivity for the game if the developer is looking. I would turn it down because this is ridiculously sensitive. Trash. Everybody loves trash. Oh, that's locked. Okay. We're gonna go back the other way. So there was another route that we could go. Oh, I gotta be so careful when I'm looking around. It's like just little teeny feather movements. For some folks, they probably like this. For me, I like to have a little bit more organic control over it as opposed to it being very, very sensitive. I wonder if this does lead back up like I thought. Oh, maybe it does not. Trash. I like trash. What is this? Pills. Acquired pills. What does pills do? Oh, there's a nail, a spike forged from iron. Meat. It's meat. Trash. Pills. Neuroleptics dredged from a mire in a distant land. Well, that sounds interesting. Get out of there. We're gonna pick up this meat as well. Your body lacks nails. Nails required 6. Okay, so we need to go... We have... How many do we have? We only have 1 right now. We'll need 2 for upstairs. We could probably get a nail with the meat that we got. I'm gonna keep going down. I want to see what's down here. I really hope that we don't come across things that are super hostile. It is kind of an eerie feeling, though. I like the thrum of the background. It's almost soothing to me is what it is. Oh. Wow, this has some Tumbad vibes, if you know what Tumbad is. Tumbad is a Indian movie on Netflix that focuses on supernatural folklore. And it just, with the exception of it not being a red fleshy womb, it's got some Tumbad vibes for me. Hello, Thanatanaut. 2102. I once dreamt of a list of words. Each word individually was connected with a profound meaning, but the list as a whole, considering the arrangement and totality of the collection, amounted to a metaphysical revelation transcending the concept of conceptualization. Wow. Contemplating moo, are we? Unfortunately, I cannot remember any of the words on that list. Well, at least you're conceptualizing whatever it is that you conceptualized. You get what I mean? Philosophers will know. Philosopher degree, hobbyists, degreers, students. Oh, meat. I'm getting all the meat. Have some meat. You'll get it. Those of you who study philosophy, you'll get it. What is that? What is that? What is that on the back of that tree? Oh, that's like a growth of some sort. Interesting. It's like they got barnacles on these dead trees down here. Hello, Thanatanaut. 8357. The egg has nothing in common with the stomach. The egg has nothing in common with the finger. The egg has nothing in common with the eye. What the egg is has nothing in common with what the egg is not. Know what I do. Interesting. So those are the vibes that I got from that. Huh. Such strange knots down here. Knots as in N-A-U-T, not K-N-O-T. Or N-O-Ts. And get me some trash. What a unique... I love all these unique little characters. They're grungy and different, and it's just different. I'd love to see these in a, say, like a 50 by 40 type canvas. Just large. I think that'd be cool. 49.98. There is no reason to regard the future with hope, or despair, or anything at all besides indifference, as expectation is merely a construct informed by past experience. Huh. Ain't that deep. Memory is the only thing that genuinely exists, by which I mean that the will and conscious experience are illusions as well, abstractions composed by memory in order to explain itself. All the contents of the brain inhabit the past, the root and prison of all emotion. One wonders if one is, and concludes, no, one is not. Man, you sound like one of my philosophy professors in college. That was like a decade ago. Holy cow, it's been a decade. Dang, I'm old. I am aging. I'm aging like a nice wine. Let me put it that way. Yeah, I'm gonna. Other people might disagree, but I'm gonna keep it that way. How many nails you need? 9? Oh man, so do you have to get nails for all of these corpses? 11? Dang. Corpses are worth a bit. But meat seems to be fairly plentiful. So I'm just gonna keep on out. I do like the atmosphere. Like, in terms of the sound design, the atmosphere is very nice. I kind of wish there was like a haze or something else, but then again, if you're dreaming, it's not grounded in reality. It can be whatever it is that your body wants it to be. You look like something that'd be out of Dark... All of these creatures look like something out of Dark Souls. 6061. The liver is the throne of the human soul. Soon the land will be vast and ripe, and the liver will reveal its mystery. Huh. Interesting. Interesting. Oh, there's some trash over there. I got one more Thanatonaut to visit. So Thanatos is, I believe, a Greek god of the underworld. So when you're a Thanatonaut, it's kind of like Psychonauts for those of you who try psychedelics and go on various trips. Thanatonaut would be a death explorer, I guess, for lack of better terms. 3960. I have a bird's head in my pocket. It is my most cherished possession. You don't say. You're a wide Thanatonaut. I'm gonna take this trash. What's in here? Oh, it's locked. I imagine it'll unlock once I... Oh, there's meat over there. Meat. I need the meat. We like meat. Meat likes us. Gotta keep an eye out. We get so much meat, we can get a lot of nails for that. I guess that guy's gonna be freaking rich with meats and other things. That'll be interesting. Alright, let's go back up. Very interesting area. I'm gonna have to remember where this is. Hopefully it isn't too terribly difficult to navigate. I don't think it's gonna be difficult to navigate these labyrinths. At least not as much as I think. I had to take a sip of a nice refreshing drink there. When you do a lot of talking in these types of VODs and playthroughs, it's always good to have a nice little drink or something to kind of refresh your throat as you go along, especially if you have a lot to say, and especially if the game is going to be longer than 30 minutes total in game time. So, short little fourth wall breaker tidbit there. Whenever I see a left turn off, I must go. More trash. I like how there's a mix of old school industrial lanterns and then candles. Trash. I can't say trash properly because I play with... Oh, that's not trash. That is body laxness. So there's 4. That's a ways to travel for 4 of them. Oh, I can run. I can run. I can run. This is much faster. This is much faster. I enjoy this. Hello. Don't attack me. Meat. I like meat. Trash. I like trash. There's another person who plays and calls... what was it? He plays all sorts of games with us in our community, and he uses the word trash a lot whenever people die. So I'm literally walking trash right now, in his perspective, and it's kind of funny. And how he says trash is kind of a New Englander accent. So, trash. And of course, I put my little spin on it. I can't say trash properly anymore. Trash. 4394. I'll spend my remaining days the same as all that have come before, in devastating rooms devoid of life, wrestling in solitude with worthless mysteries. It is my very nature which makes this inevitable. Sounds like you're having a midlife crisis there, buddy. Go find yourself some nails and build yourself a body. You'll be fine. That one requires 4 nails. That one requires 5 nails. I wonder if there's any specific Thanatonauts. Like I wonder if you can save all the Thanatonauts. Save, quote unquote. Or reincarnate them. By doing them a service. By building them bodies. Okay, we haven't gone down here yet. Trash! Trash! Hello, Thanatonaut. You really look like something that should be in Elden Ring or something. A pointy hat and stuff. 8941. I absolve you! Yes, I do have that power. I am a corpse god with poison in my veins. Oh. Well, I'm absolved. Now let me absolve this way. Okay, we're gonna go back up and get us some nails. Get us as many nails as we can. We're gonna see what happens when we mess around with that first corpse. It'll be interesting. Sure does take a long time to get back, though. Hello. Give me nails. More nails. Nails for piercing. The more nails in one's body, the better. Alright. Okay, we got a nail. Let's see what happens with this body. Your body lacks nails. Nails required too. What do I do with them? Insert. Oh! Ah! Oh my god. Okay. Alright, that's what kind of game this is gonna be. Did anything change in the Liber Atrocitus? Doesn't seem that way. Nah. Okay, now let's interact with this. Need horse vinegar? How much stuff do you need? Okay, we got horse vinegar. Now do something. Corpse. My feet churn the sterile soil of a planet orphaned by its sun. I dream of wet crevices, racked with the regret of 1,000 wasted lifetimes. That is a very philosophical and deep description for what the rest of us gutter minds would otherwise know as, well, you get what I'm getting at. Commune, sermonize, whisper, weep, scream, prophecy. Interesting. What do we do? Oh, there was something that I needed to do. Oh no, I didn't. Oh, what do I do? Can I get away from you? I cannot. I guess I have to memorize what these are each for. Weep? Acquired vision of the demon. A dead fetus is no tragedy. It's another soul rescued from the terrible gauntlet of existence. Wow. This is a very philosophical game. Alright, so we got one thing of the demon. Vision of the demon. A germinal vision of the demon. Its skin is incredibly thin, snow white, and translucent. The flesh between is wet, its color deep red, nearly black. The effect is that of a milky film or membrane clung tightly over putrefied meat. You struggle to comprehend how bodies can be both unbearably desirable and unbearably revolting. Interesting. Beyond the stars. Okay, let's go back to that end there. Weep for the melancholy, scream for the demented, prophecy for the hubris. Okay, whisper for contrite, sermonize for the pious. So if you're pious and you talk about something religious, then we sermonize. If you're contrite, you hold things back or something like that, you whisper. If you're melancholy, kind of like that guy who was weeping for a wet crevice or whatever, you weep for him. If he's demented, he's lost himself, you scream for him. And if he shows a lot of pride and self-awareness, prophecy. That's going to take a little bit to remember. That's going to take... I wonder if there's a failure option. I never tried this door. What's in this door? Another side of the labyrinth. I'm gonna get more. I'm gonna get more nails. Nail. I got 4 nails now. Oh, that just doesn't. That doesn't look like it feels great. I'm gonna get one more while I'm here because I don't know when I'm gonna be coming back. So we will. You know what? Never mind. I don't know that we need the meat for anything else but these nails. Okay, I've got 6 nails, so they prophesize, they start talking and stuff like that. I can start interacting with a lot more of them. I've got 7 nails in me now. I should get horse vinegar. Just in case. Okay, I've got 2 horse vinegar. We're gonna go back down this way. And we're gonna try and talk to the 4 nail corpse and see what happens from there. Now that there's a body here. The sky transforms into the sorrel, wounded flesh of radiant Equus. His inscrutable blood falls from the heavens, streaking my brow. The world becomes full of signs, exclaiming, God writhes. Hail to thee, lordly divinity, and thy thunderous hooves. Sermonize. Radiant Equus, monolithic, invested in a glassy scape of every eye, a soul departs, and he sees. A sun dies, and he sees. He bears the weight of steel planets, crushing ferric constellations, the massive change of dark calculus, and yet he cries for more. So the demon became clearer. The effect... okay, it became more clear. What about this? Come on. It seems like some details are becoming a little bit more defined. I need to pay attention to this. Yeah, it seems like there's more defined, I guess, edges. Okay. So there's that guy. So I can get through... Not those corpses. I think I need 9 and 11 nails for down there. But these ones on this side, including... And then there's that one, which I just did. We'll be able to get done. So I need more nails. I need more flesh. You're not what I want to talk to. I want to talk to the corpse. Where is this corpse? I know that there's a corpse down here somewhere. It's down here. Yeah. Chew the cud, pull the pud. Chew the cud, pull the pud. Chew the cud, pull the pud. Imagine a beautiful cream dream. What? Scream! My boy was born without a peripheral nervous system. He had the appearance of one of the blasphemous numbers and was prone to night terrors. Every night he would wake up screaming, "Oh God, it's red." Hole. Innuendous. Demented. That would be an example of a demented folk. And I believe this one requires 5 nails. Need horse vinegar. Oh, I'm out of horse vinegar. Okay, so you need horse vinegar for each one of these. So that's what we're going to be spending our trash on, is horse vinegar. So through the magic of cuts, we'll be right back. Okay, that took a little bit, but not terribly long. We are back. He chose me. He told me the ultimate secret, that memory is the source of all, and it is timeless and immutable. Existence is merely the spooling of memory into and out of space and time. He told me. Soon I will be a denizen of the void and memory's sole repository. I will be a cosmic head protruding from a dimensionless box, the king of the outer dark. That sounds like prophecy for him. Come with me. You couldn't possibly imagine my dreams. No, I couldn't. Okay, so that guy's dialogue did not change. Interesting. Okay, so we got these two. I don't know if the other guy down there where we got the meat off of the podium has any corpses near him. Alright, let's go down here. I don't know. I can't remember if we had any corpses down here because I've been focused on the other corpses. But we're gonna see if we need any more nails. I've got quite a few nails. There's that one. Did I forget? Oh, there's another meat. I missed a meat. And a trash. Hello. 6792. I envy these quiet husks. To be free of want, free of blood. 2847. Our architects are possessed of unique and superlative wisdom. They created the Psychotaph in the knowledge that a true stairway to heaven must necessarily resemble a tomb. Ouch, these all sound like my old philosophy professors. I looked down upon my creation, and the skin of his brow flacked black from anti-light burns. He turned his occluded eyes towards me, his annular sun, and wept thickly, for I am now glorious beyond understanding. I looked down upon my creation. Hubris? Interesting. Why are these messages not lucid? Were they not passed down directly, fully formed by radiant equus? Perhaps they were born of... I can't pronounce that. Molded in some visionary psychic substrate. Pills. Take those. Interesting. So, now that we got that... A refined vision of the demon. Its serene countenance is marred by a lipless grin. The mouth and teeth are smeared with gleaming gold paint. Interesting. Of the radiant equus himself. What does a neuroleptic do? I'm almost afraid to take one just because I don't know what it does, and I don't know if I'm going to need them later. I don't know if there's a finite amount of trash that we find. But I think we cleared this area, that's for sure. We're back here. We're going to pick up more horse vinegar. 2 trash. Okay. I can get another nail, though. Okay, we have 8 nails now. Dang. Oh. Oh. Alright, let's check out this other area. Actually, let's go back. Has the picture changed with that recent revelation? The refinement of the vision of the demon. It has not. Didn't forget anything in here. Very good. This must be my purgatory. All things considered, philosophically speaking, of course. Oh, so jumpy. Sorry if you got a little motion sick from that. I'm just trying to move things along, if you know what I mean. Oh, I can't get into that hole. Oops. No. This is the other side. Oh man, I can't get into that hole, so here's the other side. Oh, hello. Hello, church. Church of Flesh. An Illuminati signal. The symbol. That explains everything. You are different. You are very different. You look like something that came out of Silent Hill. Blood is the enemy. My true self is a pit, essence of emptiness, and instilled in that space there is nothing but guilt. Oh no, derangement is increased. That's what happens. Okay. We're gonna use that. Okay, so that's what happens. How about whisper? Okay. No one can see me now. It is as it should be. Interesting. Okay, so that's what the pills are for. Yeah, looks like she's having a go. Oh, God. Oh, they're covered. They're covered. I think. Yeah, she's like wearing really, really scant stuff, and she had me going for a little bit. Pills. I need pills. Pain thing. Arg. Okay. You just enjoy your pain here, sir. I'm gonna go fetch more meat. Nothing else here. That's 8. Oh, I'll be able to go talk to that one corpse on the other side. Nail. My core. Yeah, if you're not emotionally intelligent or have limited exposure in emotional intelligence, this is going to be hard for you. It is a little bit difficult for me, but understanding this game is also a little bit different. Can I talk to this one? And that one requires 11 nails. It's the other one that requires... Where is it? It requires 9, and I have 9. Ah. Oh, 10. There's another one that required just 9. Where would it be? So 10, 11. It might be up against a tree. I also need to check these trees for meat. Ah, there's the 9 one. The crows speak. The trees bend their ears and grant me lubrication. How many birds does it take to make a symbol? What about a name? Whisper? Scream. Yeah. 61. Yes, of course. It's kind of like how many... Why is a raven like a writing desk? Yes, of course. 61 birds at minimum can make the name of God, which I'm sure you'll agree belongs in the sky. Indeed. Oh, I don't like that. I'm gonna take some pills. How much horse vinegar? Okay, I have 1 horse vinegar left. We need more meat. I'm going to check all the bases of the trees just in case I missed a meat. I have to be very thorough in this game, I've noticed. At least for the meat, because I did miss the one. It doesn't seem like the Thanatonauts have anything new to say after a while either. So basically I'm on a quest to find all the nails. I wonder if some of the doors have finally unlocked. Maybe I need to speak to the holy Thanatonaut. Or maybe I just need to jump down the hole. Yeah, there's no other meat here. Where's that door? There's a door. Let's see if it's opened since we've gotten so far. No. I think we need to unlock it. I'm not entirely sure how. Okay. That guy hasn't anything new to say. Okay, so we talked to all the bodies except for a couple of them down there. They need an absurd amount of nails in the body. I'm gonna get another horse vinegar. Stay away from my hole. But what if I want in the hole? Interesting. Insanity can't kill you. I don't want to stay away from your hole. I needs it. Maybe I need to talk to the demon again. Let's go back and talk to him again. Or talk at him, at least. I've got all the horse vinegar that I need. I need a couple more nails. I don't know if you can just pick them up off the ground. I haven't been really paying attention to the ground around the candles. I don't think so. Alright. The image inside you is beginning to thrive. Go to the scriptorium, see what more you can learn there. Scriptorium? It exudes an odor of wet parchment. Interesting. Okay, so that is what I needed. I don't know where the scriptorium is, though, whether or not it's in that pit or if it's down by the guy by the podium. We'll try first by the podium and then we'll try the pit door. Because those are the only two doors that I know of that are locked at this point in time. Lost scriptorium key. Aha! Trash. More trash. More stairs. Oh, these stairs go down a ways. Meat. Hello. How are you? Any trash back there? You hiding any trash? No. No, you're not. How are you doing? 1405. I once had a name. I was called Puffpot. You look like a Puffpot. My father was a great man. He freed many a soul from this world. He understood well the grand, aberrant geometry of the ardent black pyramid. Man, this sounds so... It's like a deeper version of the Illuminati or something. Whoa! Raining bodies. Yeah, it's raining bodies. Scribe. Transcribe the text. Receive payment. It hurts to breathe. Everything hurts. You don't say. Alright, we're gonna take this trash. I spent my life thinking I was doing many things. In the end, every gesture, every breath, every heartbeat was nothing more than a compounding of humanity's burden of sin. Weep. Oh no, that wasn't right! Would that be a scream? No, it's not demented. It's either prophecy, maybe it's whisper. I don't think it's sermonized. It's either prophecy or whisper. I'm gonna try whisper. It is whisper. I can hardly keep my eyes open. They burn without cease. So what is whisper again? Let's look at that again. Let's look at the atrocious scriptures, I guess. Whisper for the contrite, those who are feeling like that guy. Okay. Okay. I think I'm starting to get it now. Meat. Pure contemplation, undisturbed by the vagaries of time, flesh, and sensorium. That is the dream, and I wield it to ponder the greatest of all mysteries, universal, metaphysical, or otherwise. Why does no one love me? That almost sounds weepy. Huh, I'm right. Okay. Even in death, the best I can do is watch her through the walls. I miss her so much. Aw, you poor heartbroken thing. In this case, radiant is neither a title nor a descriptor. It is a part of the name, and the name is the god, the womb, and the eyes. Things and living beings are instances as opposed to essences, and therefore cannot be divine. Essences are discovered in words, and radiant equus is the essence of horse, all-seeing, all-knowing, and in blindness beautiful beyond measure. Reward? I transcribed it. Oh, in this case, radiant is neither a title nor a descriptor. It is a part of the name, and the name is the god. Blindness, beautiful, beyond measure. There we go. I acquired trash. How much trash do I got? I got 4 trash. I can get some stuff. I can get another nail too, which means I'll have 10 nails in me. Oh, oofda. Pills. Pills are good. Pills are needed. I'm glad that they have an excess of pills so that you can kind of fail and stuff. But playing with that filter on, if you were to fail a lot, would be a headache, let me tell you. Oofda. You can get a couple more bottles of horse piss. I mean, vinegar. Oh, my right pack. Oh, my left pack. No, it's my right. Got 5, 10. I've got 10 nails now. Alright, let's go see if this other guy down in the pit can give me another evolution of the vision of the demon. Hither we go into the pit. Where's that one corpse? I think it's this one. 11. Okay, I'm missing one now. There. Nope, that guy already did. There's that one, there's that one, and then there's one that's laying on the ground somewhere. Over here, I believe. He's kind of hidden in the shadows over here. He kind of blends in real good over here. In the daedal fields, in the salt groves of glasswort, in the infinite sightless labyrinths of the underworld, in the air and water and vacuum and light and dark, I proclaim my devotion. The dream suffers but one name, and it is Radiant Equus. Proclaim my devotion. Sermonize. All else is stripped away, meaningless. Death is a meatless house. We walk enlightened amidst the bare armature of purest effacement. Effacement? Effacement. I'm going to say effacement. E. Alright. Oh, can I get one more nail from this meat? I thought I spent all my meat. If that's so, then I should be able to complete this phase and then get another key from the demon. Yeah. All right. Talk to me, corpsey boy. My head is hieratic. My head is tube-shaped. My head is perpetual. My head is a bone angel. On all signs, the sound of beastly mouths, gnawing bones, beautiful, terrible. The ivory rattles in wet hollows of flesh. Alright, we evolved this. Transcendent vision of the demon. Its horns have revealed themselves to you at last. Twisting white spines, charting the frigid depths of constellations. The demon is a great tree of bone, the invisible skeleton of the universe. An eternal trajectory of rib and spine thrusting into the flesh of the void. Oh, we got a nail in her head. Okay, has this changed? No. It's just giving us a key for the thingy. Back to the demon we go. I gotta say that this is more of a surreal horror, if it is horror at all. But it's more like a psychosis horror. It touches on Lovecraftian. But it's a little different. And I like that. I see you seeing me completely. Take this key and go to the deepest point of the Psychotaph. The absolute awaits. The absolute awaits. Very well, demon. From what I understand, I've been listening to a couple of video mentaries, YouTube-mentaries, for lack of better terms, on biblical angels and demons, more so the list of all demons. And it didn't seem like there was a lot of demons that were actually out to, you know, terrorize humans. Not that I'm saying consort with demons. What I'm saying is that not all of them are painted to be evil. Like Beelzebub, and some of them Bub. And what was it? A couple of the other ones that really just want to take your head off. They don't like humans. And then other ones, they want to be absolved of the things that they have done. So I kind of get that feeling from this particular game with where it's going, aside from with like the little nods to the Illuminati and then the psychological depths and the philosophical depths that it goes to. I get that vibe. That it's like, yes, we're trying to please or see this demon. However, I don't think it's a demon that wants to rend our soul. I think it's something else. It's more like a guide demon. Like it's enslaved to. It's enslaved to. What do you call that? I guess help with your passing or whatever, or reincarnation, whatever. Right, into the absolute we go. Oh, wow. Texture change. Whoa, look at that grinder. Oh no. Oh no, I don't like this. I don't like this. I don't like that I think that we're gonna have to be sucked into that thing and then pumped out that tube. I don't like that at all. What is this? Mystery cube. Lots of pills. Oh my god, we need so many pills. Why do we need so many pills? Oh no. Alright, mister, tell me. Number 1. He who insists that life has value is a fool. We are a great mass of insects in a planetary meat grinder. I seek the precipice of strangeness, the apex of despair. Oh, I don't like that. A strange cube that inspires powerful thirst. I guess we're drinking it. I drank it. Oh, oh no. I don't like it. I don't like it. No. What's it doing? Okay, it's on. What else do you got to say? I got nothing to say. My internet equipment? Huh. Oh god, the dream leaves fingerprints. Leonard Cohen, beautiful losers. Interesting. Well, that was that for Psychotaph. I got myself back into the game just so I could talk about it a little bit, about the ending and about some of the philosophical meaning. If you're a philosophical nerd, you're going to very much enjoy the depth of this game. You're going to enjoy a lot of the points that it explores, some of the existential crisis that it goes into, some of the interpretations of such, because we're not all the same. We're all different in a way. I'm going to acquire this atrocious Liber. I don't think there's multiple endings. So you go through here and you restart the engine. I don't know what that does aside from it being started. Maybe we got reincarnated. I don't know. We were full of nails by that point. I do enjoy the soundtrack. The soundtrack is very surreal. It's very dreamlike. The place itself doesn't seem very dreamlike to me. It's more of a nostalgic feel of a shoot 'em up game. I would encourage the creator to add a little bit more in terms of shading, maybe some fog, maybe some sprites here and there to really draw in the player to an environment like this. Because yeah, this with the type of sky that's up there, it doesn't move or anything like that. Like I don't see any clouds moving, but it has kind of the wraparound of Unreal Gold to me. And the textures are reminiscent of Unreal Gold and some of the earlier games like Morrowind, stuff like things that I grew up with in my childhood. And some of the assets are really nice. Like this one has a decent bit of detail and stuff. And yeah, I like the sound. I like the soundtrack that was with this. I hope that whoever made the soundtrack will develop a full album because I do like those kind of contemplative philosophical tunes that kind of they invite a question, they invite exploration of the question. So this game is very philosophical. It's kind of dark, and there are some parts where I've just censored it just to be safe because I don't know who's going to be super, super, super sensitive about that stuff. For me, I'm kind of phased out by it just because I've studied philosophy, I've studied life drawing and fine arts. So nudity never really gets me in the same way that a lot of people say, oh my God, nudity. And I was like, it's just the body. Just chill. Chill, man. Chill. Chill, brah. Lady, whatever you want to identify as. So I like where it's going. I would like to see something that's a little bit more tradey. I do like the fact that you have a lot of pills for when you make the wrong decisions. If you're just throwing darts at the wall and stuff. So It doesn't sound like it can kill you, but it will definitely make your game a heck of a lot more interesting with that filter. And I'm sure it gets a heck of a lot worse the more deranged you get as you're trying to figure this out. So the only real costs are the horse vinegar. I almost said horse piss. I always want to say horse piss, but it's vinegar. And exchanging the meat for the nails. I would be very interested in more from this universe. I do believe that Gore Phaser has a different game that is based in this very universe, so I'll probably be checking that out. Has a unique name. I can't think of it off the top of my head. But aside from that, I like this game. I like it. I like the story that it presented. I like the manner in which it presented the story as well. It's very creative. I like the different Thanatonauts, the different sprites for the Thanatonauts. They're all different. They're not all like the same asset. They're not all the same character or the same um, image, so to speak. They all have their little quirks about them. Their little, I guess, descriptors or whatever. So, anywho, my name is Resurgin. Thanks for watching me on this playthrough. I look forward to seeing you on the next one. Peace out.